So we are on live. Let's just put here. It's been 2 weeks that I'm not hosting because I was traveling. I think I forgot. Okay, two rooms. So I will put 2 rooms, 3 and 4 people in each one. So you can back if you follow and if you answer all the questions, but just try to create another thing. It's the time if you finish before the time. So, okay. Yeah, be polite with each other, enjoy the conversation, and I see you in some minutes. Okay. I think opened. Ayla, Isabel, and Rogério will stay here. And we have another person coming. Let me see. Laiane. Just Laiane join us. 1 second. Yeah. Yes, I think we can start. Okay. Yes, Laiane, hello, good evening. Are you listening? Not yet. Hello, Laiane, good evening.
Hello. Good evening, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm fine. A little tired, but okay.
Yes, tomorrow is like Friday because we have a holiday.
Yes, thank God.
Good. So, Laiane, do you mind if I move you to another room because we have less people in the other?
Can you repeat, please?
Do you mind if I move you to the other room with the other guys?
Yes.
It's okay for you?
Oh, it's okay, no problem.
Okay, so there you can talk more because there are less people.
Okay, thank you.
See you. Bye-bye.
See you.
Yes. So let's start here again. Rogério, could you introduce yourself?
Oh, of course. So guys, good evening again. I'm Rogério, I'm 44. I live in Cosmópolis, São Paulo. I'm married, 2 kids, and I work in a international company here in Brazil, in Jaguariúna City, actually. And yeah, I work there as a manufacturing analyst. And yeah, I have been learning English for 3.5 years. And yeah, it's a pleasure being here to talk English with you guys, to practice English with you, actually. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you, Rogério. Isabel.
So hello guys, my name is Isabel, I'm 22 years old. I am in Talk and Talk since January. I study just English for the moment. And I finished my course, Graphic Design at Udesc, finished my graduate in this year. And I live in Florianópolis, Santa Catarina, south of Brazil. I live with my family. And well, in my free time, I like read books, watch series, and go outside as well.
Good, thank you, Isabel. Ayla?
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm Ayla. I live in Belém, north of Brazil. I live here with my husband and my daughter and our little dog. I'm a dog person. So I work as a public servant and I've been studying English since 2020. And I'm here since the end of the 2021. And it's a pleasure for me to be here to practice my speaking. And it's so good to share opinions and to learn it together. So it's so good for me. And that's it.
Yes, I also love being here. I am a little bit tired every Tuesday because I usually sleep early, like I'm reading something, preparing myself to sleep at this time. But it's always good to be here and to talk in English. So I understand you, Hyla. Okay, guys, I think we can start with the questions that we have. I brought this topic because I was in a training and asked the guy asked me what is career to me, and we followed this topic. So I would like to know from you also. So the first question is, what is career for you? Isabel, could you start and choose another one later?
Okay, sure. Well, I don't know if I'm correct, but I think career depends. The people depends of the people. For example, career for someone is, for example, being an employee in a big company, and career for another one is like being entrepreneur and build your own company. Well, so in my case, if I follow this meaning, career for me, it's also almost follow my personal realization. Personal realization. I don't know if it's term exists, but realização pessoal. And in that case, I really appreciate being independent professional, maybe entrepreneur or becoming freelancer, can attend a lot of clients, personal fulfillment. Thank you. Personal fulfillment. And being that person who have more liberty to take decisions and actions for your job, actually. And not for me, in my case, I don't want to be employee in a only company for all my life. So for me, in my case, is the career that I want. But what career means, I think depends of the people who saying about yourself. And Rogério, what do you think about this question?
Okay, so career means to me, something that you choose to follow for your life. I mean, for example, when you choose a career, some people even they don't like about what they choose. For example, in my case, when I was young, I used to be a porter. Porter in Portuguese, porteiro. And yeah, and at that time, people used to advise me, "Come on, Roger, what are you doing here? You're so young." But I was stuck in my comfort zone, because I basically I used to do nothing in this job, and then I was single at that time. Then I challenged myself. Well, I think they right. I need to challenge myself because uh, I'm still young. I know that I can do something else, and then I change my mind, and then I start to study again. I graduate in a university, and then I found a job in an international company. When I think about that, I mean, I got astonished because I think, well, I used to do basically nothing in my older job, and then I have a lot of responsibilities in this currently job. So career for me is when you choose something that you like to do. But sometimes people choose career because they are gonna earn more money for them. And yeah, career is a thing that you choose, but you don't even need to like this career. Yes, and something like that. Okay. What about you, Ayla?
So I think that there are a lot of points about career, and it's about what you choose when we are so younger, usually, so it's difficult. I remember when I was in high school and I should choose my career. I don't know. I didn't have maturity, enough maturity to choose some career in that moment. And so I think it's difficult. For me, for example, I have degree in law. That's why I work at a judicial area. But I confess I don't like so much. Sometimes for me it's so hard, so stressful. But I think in general, career for me, it's about professional growth. Professional growth from the development of skills or knowledges, and I think it's opportunity to develop your skills. And it depends on, as Isabel said, it depends on what a people choose. In my case, I choose a public area, but other people like private, or they like to look for a own business, like entrepreneurs. So, and I so appreciate it. It's so challenging. It's so challenging, but I think it needs to have some gift to do this. Sometimes I think I don't know, but I think that is challenging. That is common challenge in different areas. When we talk about the skills to improve to improve your background. But in each area, there is a different talent, but there is a similarity about the to improve skills, to improve knowledge. So, for example, I work with people, and I try to improve my capacity of the communication better. I think it's so important. I think because this, I decided to get out of my comfort zone, and I decided to start study another language. And because this, I think because I want to be more talkative, I want to improve my capacity to communication. I know it's in my work I communicate only in Portuguese, but when I started to study another language, I don't know why, but I noticed my capacity to communicate better too. So yeah, I don't know, guys. There is a lot of points to talk about the career. Sorry, I think I'm a little lost, but yeah.
No problem. Yes, I understand these 2 points. The first is even though it's English, like we're talking English or developing another skill, it helps us to develop communication in any language that we talk. So before I start on Talk and Talk and as a hostess, I was very shy. So I couldn't talk too much with people. I didn't have vocabulary and subjects, even in Portuguese, like I couldn't start a conversation in the zero. And after this, study English and study on Talk and Talk, I could talk more. So today I can talk with everybody, even it's just about the climate, the climate, the place that the person lives. We have a lot of subjects to start a conversation, so it's not important the language, just it's about communication. And the other thing is about the career. I think it's everybody has an opinion, have an opinion about this. For me, when I answer this question was, it's like a journey. So Ayla said about improve yourself, growth. I think it's that we can choose a career, but we can change this during the time. So we grow during this journey with our career. Oh, today I'm a civil engineer. I work with something, but tomorrow I can move. So I think it's not a thing so clear. We can change and we can choose, we can grow with this. It's a little bit complex. And about this, I will skip number 2, but I think we started to talk about. Do you think we need to choose a career for the rest of our life, or for the rest of your life? Rogério, do you think we need to choose?
Well, Anna, I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, our life change a lot, you know. Sometimes we have some setbacks, and then you have to choose another career. Sometimes you lose your job, and then you have to start in another position. I think you have to be flexible. You have to be flexible and understand what is going to be good for you, you know. And it's really hard if you stay just focused just in a career, just in a position. You have to have an open mind for the other positions, because our world change a lot. Our world change. You know what? Remember that here in my city, we used to be in a bus, the driver and the one who used to charge the money for the people, you know. And now we don't have this kind. We don't have this guy anymore. We don't have this kind because we have to pay by your card. So these persons, they need to change their career, and for them it was really bad. But they have to get out of their comfort zone. And I think we don't need to stay focused in just in one career, but you have to be you have to say we have to be in a we have to have an open mind for others careers. Okay, what about you, Isabel?
Well, I agree with you. The world's changing, and nowadays is very fast about the information and new activities. And even if you want to stay in the same career, for example, if you want to be same professional, designer, or another thing, in my case, designer, but another thing, you have to study and improve yourself all the time and see the changes and understand what is matter with your job and what is will change your activities and functions. And if you don't want to be the same professional in your whole life, as Rogério said, you can change as well and see maybe the demands and what the opportunities that you have in the market, something like that, and see what you, if you choose something to do, if you want to be happy doing that as well. So no problem if you wanted to change, and even if you need to study more. And what about you, Ayla?
Yeah, guys, I totally agree. I think I don't think so. We need to choose a career for the rest of our life, because all the time we are changing our mind, and the things change a lot, and it's, I think it's so important. If you are not feeling good anymore doing what you are about your career, your area, I think it's a good moment to look for other opportunities. And because it's terrible, when you don't feeling good anymore about your work. It's I think it should be so stressful, so I don't know, disappointed. And it's when you feel this way, I think it's a good moment to look for other jobs. So yeah, that's my opinion. And Joanna?
Yes, I think we shouldn't choose a career for the rest of our lives. As Rogério said, the world is changing a lot. Technology, oh my God, I forgot the name. Artificial intelligence, a lot of things coming to us, and we need to be flexible. I really agree about this. We need to be flexible to move the way that we work and our career in general. Like, as I said, it's like a journey, a path. So sometimes we need to turn the right, turn the left, and move from for another job or for another career, like job or things to study. So I really agree about being flexible with these changes. So I don't think I will be the same thing for the rest of my life. I think I can stay in the same area, but doing different things, not the same thing all my life. I don't see myself doing this. And we talked about like changing careers, and what are the main priorities when it's time to choose a career or to move to change the career? What are these priorities for you? Ayla, could you start?
Sure. Well, I think the main priorities, it's to look for a career that is interest for you, and you identify yourself with this career. So if you like to about technology, I think it's a good option. And I think technology, it's a high option. I don't know, something out nowadays. So nowadays, no, I think it's a time ago. So And if you like to communication, it's a good option to look for some education courses or stuff like that. I think you need to identify what are you like to do the most. What are area make you comfortable. I don't know. I think comfortable and to do something and I think it's when you identify this, I think it's important to improve your knowledge in this area. And I think it's a good way to achieve your goals. But you need to be careful when you decided or choose or change a career, because sometimes I don't know, there is some people who decided to change or choose some career because that career is high option, I don't know, está em alta, sounds like that. And I think it could be dangerous because if there is if you don't identify about it and you only follow others opinions, I think it could be no good for you. And I think it's important to change when you are not feeling good. Yeah, but you need to pay attention if that area there is a similarity with your likes and what you really wanted to do this. And that's it. And you, Isabel.
Well, I agree with you. It's important to see if you're gonna take a match with this another career that you wanted to take, and if you wanted to change this career for I think it's very different of you are doing nowadays. Maybe if you, for example, want to build your own company, become an entrepreneur, it's very important to see what things you need to understand and learn and prepare, maybe financial things and knowledge. And maybe this changing to another career takes a very time to change. In fact, it's a process, but have this option. And maybe if you want to change, but nothing, a very different what are you doing today, it's more easily, of course, but have to understand the context and learn something as well in the same way. And you, Rogério, what do you think?
Okay, so I think the main priorities, I think it depends, for example, in my case, I'm married and I have 2 kids. In order to provide to my family a good life, I have to choose a career that provides a good wage for me, a good salary. Because, guys, if you're not married yet, I think Ana Clara and you, Isabel, if you're not married yet, you have no idea how you can spend a lot of money with your family. You have no idea. So, especially if you have kids. It demands a lot of effort. Because when they grow up, they used to ask for everything. Dad, buy me that, buy me this, buy me that. Oh God, sometimes they drive me crazy. And yeah, you have to sometimes you have to choose a career that you're gonna earn more money for you. To provide a good life to your family, because you have to pay rent sometimes. For your house, you have to have a car, because car is a necessity, not a sometimes do you gonna showing off for your neighbor or to your relatives. And yes, it's really really hard to have a family. It's really expensive to have a family. And however, if you are single, you don't have this kind of concern at all. You have others priorities in your life. Maybe you have to choose a career that you really like, because you don't need to spend a lot of money taking care of your family, because you still don't have it. So I think it depends from person, but in my case, I have to choose a career that did earn some money, because if I have to choose a career that I really like, for example, in my case, I'd like to be a bus driver, because my father used to be a bus driver. I love it. I like to drive this kind of bus, but for me, it's impossible, because I have two kids. I have a house to take care, a wife, and a family, and for me, it's impossible. And in order to earn money from this kind of career, you have to work a lot, sometimes 14 hours per day. It's crazy. And what about you, Ayla?
Ever I answered. And
Oh,
Joanna,
sorry.
Yes.
no
I
problem.
was the first. But yes, I totally agree with Rogério. I think it depends on the situation. That's why I said career, it's like a journey, because we move during our life. So basically what we are passing, for example, nowadays, I can choose a career based on my reality. So I think maybe in some years I need to move or improve myself in some part of my career, because I need to earn more money, for example. So I think with time we create this, we improve our career. So the priority is to find a balance between what you like and what you can earn money, for example. Of course, I would like to be something that I don't earn money, but it's almost impossible because we live in a society that we need to buy and pay, and we need money. But I think the priority is to feel at least comfortable what you're doing, as Ayla said. So I know that's not so easy, but if you find this balance between comfortable and like you're having benefits from this and are being happy or satisfied with your career, is okay, because it's very difficult to stay in a place that you don't like. And there is not money, I think, that can pay your healthy, your mental healthy. I think it's deep, a deep thing to think about, to think about. But I think the priority is just to have balance in life. Okay, so let me see here another question. Okay, number 6. What do you think about a career without college? Is it possible? Could you give some examples? So what do you think about to have a career without studying a college, like a traditional path, for example? Rogério was saying, you're muted.
Can you hear
Yes,
me? Can you
yes,
hear me?
yes.
Okay, so I think it's totally possible. I mean, for example, we have some good examples. For example, Steve Jobs. He never finished his college. He never finished his studies, and then what did he do? He created this amazing brand named Apple, uh, which everyone is crazy about this brand. Everyone would like to have this kind of the smartphone by Apple, and I listened to his story, and he never finished his college. He never finished his studies in the university, and I think it's totally possible. We have another good example as well. I think, oh my gosh, I forgot what is the name, the guy who created Facebook,
Mark,
Mark
Mark
Zuckerberg. Yeah,
Zuckerberg.
he as well. He didn't finish his university, his college, and it's totally possible if you really dedicate yourself to create something or to do a job. I think you don't need to have a college, but it is necessary. It's necessary because a lot of companies, they demand that you have a college degree, in order to hire you. So, but in my opinion, you don't need to have a college degree to 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 do a good job in your position. Okay. What about you, Isabel?
Well, I agree with you. We have these examples, and also, for example, common examples. We have a lot of developers. Someone that had a programming software, websites, and there are a lot of people that don't have a bachelor degree and work very well as well. I have this facility to imagine in technology area, people who don't need a bachelor degree, something like that, in my area as well, designer. But for example, if you think about medicine, doctor, I have a difficult to imagine a doctor without this huge course with this experience in this area that he take knowledge and before go work. So but for me it's very easy to imagining technology area kind of stuff. People that don't have these don't go to college and are very good professionals as well. And you, Ayla?
Well, I agree. I think to have college, it's good, but not necessary to have a professional career. I think it's not necessary, and at least unless I think unless there is a law ask for them, like Isabel said about the doctors, for example. You must have a degree to be a doctor or other profession also. But if not, I think it's so possible. Yeah, and there is no a dependence about the college, and especially I think the technology areas. I think there is no law that is, yeah. So it's so good. and I think it's so good because some there is people, as I said before, has a gift, a gift, so they have facility, and it's like a don, and it's so I think I so appreciate it, this person, and yeah, I so appreciate it. For me, they are so smart, so intelligent, and as Rogério said about the examples Rogério said here, and yeah, for me, it's good, but it's not necessary unless when there is a, a required for that. So, and Joanna.
Yes, I really agree, and I think nowadays I have some contact with people who are in the high school and my cousins. So I see how different is being the way that they think about career and something to do in the future. So most of them just want to make a course, like a technical course, for example, and start in the market and start working and improving during the process. And others like are just make some codes, and we don't need to make a college, to study in a college to code, or to I don't know, marketing area, for example, but I'm sure that you need to study in some way. So you need to study to develop, but a college, like a traditional 5 years studying, and I don't think it's the way that the future will go. But I don't regret, for example, my college. I I would do the same if I had to choose. I think it was very important to my development, for my career, the place that I am today. But I think in the future, people will choose do different kinds of courses to develop and have a career. So basically, I think this. Okay, time is finishing. I will choose another one. Okay. Do you I don't know. Yes, I think number 7 is good. What do you do to improve your career? So, Rogério, could you start?
Okay, so I have been working in my job since 2006, and when I start working there, my manager used to say, Roger, if you want to improve your career here in this place, you have to have a degree. And then I started to study. I went to the college, and then I finished my studies there. It was really hard. My kids was still so young. It was really hard for me. And then, well, I did it. I have a degree now. And after a while, my manager told me again, if you want to improve your career here, you need to learn English. And then I thought, holy crap, it's so hard for me because I'm getting old. And then it's so hard. English is such a hard language to learn because yeah, I don't know. I used to have this kind of thought, but especially because my coworkers used to say, "Come on, English is so hard. You're never gonna make it." Many people try and they fail. They give up after a while. But I'm here. I don't speak the perfect English, but I do my best. And after a while, Actually, 5 months ago, I had a promotion in my job when I can speak English with people from China, people from India. It's amazing, guys. And by the way, this place, TNT, helped me a lot because I start everything begin here in this place, and I could improve my speaking skills here. And then I had a job interview, and here I am speaking a little English with you guys. I'm not perfect. I still make a lot of mistakes, but I don't care at all. I don't care at all because the important thing is you have to practice. If you don't practice, you're never gonna learn. So I think it's really important to have a degree and in learn English. And I used to say it for everyone that I know, my kids, my coworkers. I like to be an example for them. I'm 44. Look at me. I'm 44. I'm an old guy, and I can speak some English. Okay. What about you, Isabel?
That's very interesting, and congratulations about your developing. It's very, very important to learn something new. Very nice. And well, in my case, I'm here too, learning English, and maybe in the future try something international work. It's similar for a lot of people here in TNT as well, the same goal. And well, in my area specific design, well, I'm finished my graduate. For me, it was very important as well to do. If main about networking and work opportunities that I have because of my graduate, but about technology, I learned. I don't know if it's the correct term, but superficial about a lot of topics. But nowadays, I have to choose something and learn by myself. So it's something that I need to do, and I'm doing as well. Learn by myself and improve my knowledge in my area as well. And what about you, Ayla?
So in my case, I've been try to learn my capacity to communication. So it's for me, it's mean like a personal growth, and it's my job don't require it from me, but I push myself because I confess I don't like to stay at a comfort zone. I have a problem about it, and I like challenging myself. So, and I don't know, guys, but so I would like to congratulate Rogério, and in my case, I think there is a similar because 3 years ago I couldn't speak anything in English, and when I decided to study, yeah, I think it was the best thing I did for me, because in that moment I don't know, I was so feel so boring about my job. So, and when I started to study another language, I don't know, I think I started to create a new connections in my brain, and I I I improve my productivity as a public servant in the different way, because I started to change my mind about some subjects, and that's it was so helpful for me. So I don't know. I think I like so much to study language, and recently I started, I've been studying French as well. It's another challenge. And yeah, for me, I think you need to try a different thing and to push yourself. Yeah, for me, it's so good to try to learn new things and to improve new skills. So yeah, that's it. Thank you. Sorry, I think I talk a lot.
No, no problem. And it's very good when we put this in practice, like for learning and when we like talk with our customer or with a colleague in your job. I don't know, when you put in practice what you're improving about yourself. So really good, guys. Thank you for sharing. And Márcio, Jefferson, and Nayara, sorry, are back. Was everything okay? Márcio, Jefferson, Nayara.
Yeah, the big conversation with my friend Jefferson and my friend Nayara. The topic is very nice about the career. I can talk about when I start here in my city, after I transition career. I think about transition again in the future is a big topic. I enjoy a lot.
Really good. Thanks for sharing. I said to the other guys, I decided to put this topic because I was in a training last week and asked to me, some guy, the coach maybe, asked what is career for me, and I had to think, and I brought this to you as well, to everybody think about this. Jefferson?
As well, it was amazing to talk with Marcia and Nayara and the other girl, I think Nayani, it's not here. Something is amazing to talk about the career, the profession, the future, what you must do, what about your strength. So skills, abilities, about personal interest, about passion. So I think it is a passion for us.
Yes, Ayla and Rogério, and I think we shared how Talk and Talk helped us, and it's very, very nice about communication, careers. Nayara, to finish, do you want to share something?
Yes, I sometimes I feel a little sad to talking about career and college and these things, because I will say to Jefferson and Marcio that nowadays we can earn a lot of money just making a dancing on TikTok or Instagram, and I'm studying a lot and I work so hard to see these people like earning a lot of money only just to put a video on or share something in your Instagram, a digital influencer or something. It's I feel a little sad about this, because I have a degree and I have some certificate and I spend a lot of money, and I don't know, I feel a little sad just that.
Yes, I think it's topic to another conversation, because as we said here on the main room, things are changing a lot, technology, and I don't know, I think we had to discuss more about it later. So guys, I need to close here because we have another meeting after this one. So thank you a lot. I put here on chat the feedback link, so you can suggest something to next week I don't have a topic in mind for now. Maybe this one that Nayara said, I will try to create something, but you also can give some feedback or some tip for me to the next one. Okay. Thank you. Good evening. Take